like you're supposed to have it all together, but inside you're wondering how everyone else makes it look so easy, you're not alone. This is Southern Sisters, a place for women who want to grow without the guilt, find purpose in the messy middle, and be reminded that you were made for more. Make sure you stick around. We always save the bloopers for the end.
Welcome to our episodes of Southern Sisters. We're so glad you're here. Today, we're doing a mini episode, and so this looks a little bit different because I'm your host, Courtney Sandridge, and I'm here interviewing our real host, Meggan Boston. So amazing. So, Meggan is the producer and the brains behind this whole podcast, and she's the one that convinced all of us to do it.
Yep.
And she is our ringleader and our fearless leader. So we're going to ask her some questions, and we are going to compare her answers to last year and see how much you've grown. Just kidding.
Yes.
We're going to see where you were at this time last year before we started the podcast, and then see what this year looks like. So, how are you doing?
Great.
Great. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Our first question is, if you had 24 hours to yourself, how would you spend it?
Well, if I had 24 hours to myself, I didn't write anything down, so this is just completely off the cuff. I would wake up and I would lay in bed for probably an hour. Like, I love the luxury of not having to get up and run. Mm-hmm. I wake up slow. So I would do that, and then I would probably go to brunch because I think breakfast food is my favorite type of meal somewhere. And I would go with Ben, and Ben and I would go to brunch, and then we'd probably go outlet shopping because I never take the time to do that. But when we were first married, we used to love going shopping together and looking at stuff. Like, he still does. He will have the most random stuff that he finds, but having kids, like, I just don't take time to do that. I would lay around and read a book. I would probably listen to a podcast or two. And then I would love to go out for a girls' night and go to dinner and a movie with my bestie friends.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea.
I love that.
And I'd be with my kids. My kids would be in there too, but they'd be around. You know what I mean? Like, It'd be good.
Around, but not too around. It's fine.
They would let me sleep.
You can be honest.
No, they're wonderful.
Would they
I'm
go
like,
outlet
here's
shopping
the
with you or
truth.
no?
No, they would not go outlet shopping with us because
It sounds like they're not
everywhere.
in your day.
No, but when we go back for the afternoon.
Oh, while you're listening to a podcast?
Yeah,
they'll be
when I got one earbud in.
Right,
I'll
right,
be around.
yeah,
No,
right.
here's the truth of it. My kids are everywhere all the time.
I know.
And so it's like, honestly, what my 24 hours would be like, Ben would take somebody to a birthday party, and the boys would be like, hey, Mom, we're going to play with friends. And it'd be like, cool, have fun.
Yeah. Oh, man, what's that like?
So it's really great.
Yeah. So what is your greatest accomplishment that you would say for 2025?
She's got a good one for this.
I would say there's a tie. I think my greatest accomplishment is sending my Kate on a mission.
That's a big deal.
That was a
Yeah.
really big deal. Having a kid that has a desire to want to serve the Lord and just be an example and just love people.
And selfless for 18 months.
Yeah. That is just the biggest, best thing ever. So
Have you seen blessings come to your family from that you've noticed that have kind of been like, it's probably because Kate's on a mission?
yeah, the tree didn't fall on our house.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, I feel like we are being blessed because of her service. It's made us all appreciate each other more,
Yeah.
which is good. So that is probably my greatest accomplishment. My second, more tangible accomplishment is I wrote a book last year.
Yeah, she did.
And it's published.
And it's
It's
published.
published. It's on
and
Amazon.
Amazon. You can buy it. Guys, it has been out for not even a month yet, and I've almost sold 45 copies,
That's amazing.
which is crazy.
So cool.
I had a dear friend read it, and she was like, hey, I'd like to purchase 7 copies to give away for Christmas.
Oh, good.
That's so cool.
It is
amazing.
cool because she's read it. She's like,
Yeah.
I binge read it over Thanksgiving, and now I want to give it to 7 people for Christmas.
That's really cool.
And I'm like, that is just the best ever. So
Good.
I don't know where that's leading, or if I'm going to write more. I feel like right now, and this kind of goes into my goals for 2026. I feel right now in my heart that it is my season to just focus on getting healthy. So that is where I'm at as far as myself. And like, I feel like Heavenly Father's been like, pause. You could just keep doing what you're doing and teaching seminary and, loving your family and serving them and doing this podcast is so fun in a way that we can help people. And he's like, now I need you to take the extra time you have because you're not writing a book and work on paying attention to yourself and your body.
You need to refill your own cup.
I feel like this time last year, you were doing so many things for other people and you were filling your time helping other people, but like your focus was not like it is now. You've changed all the things. You're still doing a ton of things, but you've changed all the things you've been doing to be
with
like
intention.
Yes, and to be like filling you in a way that the other stuff couldn't.
Right.
Because now you can write a book and you can share that with others and you can lift them up. You can do a podcast and share that with others and lift them up. Like you're constantly doing things now that are lifting other people up
In a bigger way.
and in a more eternal way.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny when we fill our time with like busy things and we think we're accomplishing so much if we just like
Step back.
get out of our own way and be like, what do you want me to do? And then we're like filled with purpose and we're like, oh, this is a bazillion times better.
Yeah. How has your sense of purpose changed the past year?
Great question.
A lot. Well, and I think it goes into what have I learned? And the thing that I've learned most from this last year is don't be afraid to step into the unknown. Like you're going to feel like you should be inspired to do certain things and you can't be afraid to just say, okay, I'm going to do it. Even though I don't know how to start a podcast, I'm going to start a podcast. And wait, that's going to be a blessing to others. Like I don't think that we even realized the impact that this has. We have probably 200 people listening on Apple. We have another 50 people on Spotify and 50 people on YouTube. And you're like, that's not very many. But can you imagine speaking every week to a group of 300 people?
Yeah, that's a
Like
lot.
if 300 people were in the room,
That's a lot of people.
that would be very overwhelming.
It's like all over the world. Like
Yeah.
this is one thing we talked a little bit with Lindsay's interview, but I was like looking at where this podcast is being listened to. We're being listened to in the UK, in Canada, in Brazil, in the Philippines, in Hong Kong, has like 17 downloads. I'm like, I don't know who's listening in Hong Kong, but cool.
Yeah.
Like we're so grateful
Yeah.
that you enjoy this.
Yeah.
Like so great. So I try to like post things about social media and I bust. Like it's just the first thing to go when life gets super crazy busy. So if you have found this and you're following, like we're so grateful for you sharing a bit of that piece of your time because we know how important it is. So
I
thank
think you should shout out our Instagram handle so that way people in those countries can find us and say hello
Yes. So we are at
and tell us where you're from.
Southern Sisters Podcast. Tell us where you're from. Follow, comment. Like there's so many things. Share anything. I think that's another one of my goals for this year is just to keep putting out shareable things that help make the world a brighter place. So if you come upon it and you see it, share it because that's what matters. Like, yep, it's good.
You're amazing. I'm super proud of you. And what is your hope for the podcast 2026?
I think we need to grow the sisterhood. Like Lindsay said, we got to have more people involved. I want to do more episodes like Thanksgiving where we piece together people's input because I think that it's important and everybody has a voice that needs to be heard. We need more positive women voices in the world
Yes.
that are screaming love, acceptance, peace, and not division and hate. So,
That's so true. Well, thank you so much for meeting with us today.
welcome.
And until next time.
Keep striving, and we'll see y'all soon. Now it's time for the bloopers.
Welcome to our episode of Southern Sisters. We're so glad you're here.
That camera. Yeah, you hardly get to say that. Isn't it funny how you think you have no time to do things like write a book and then you do what the Lord tells you to do and then all of a sudden you're not writing a book anymore and you're like, Lord, I have this time. Thank you for making me stretch. So then I felt like that was my new normal. So now the time I have extra now, I can put it for myself.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?